How's it going? Is it going good? I hope it's going good. Everybody hear me? I don't know. I can't hear myself. You hear me?
I can hear.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Let's see who we have on the call. Oh, we got a big group. Fantastic. A lot of people with their cameras up at the ceiling. That's always great. All right. Fantastic. Is Tony on the call? There's my man. See, everybody can hear me. All right. Fantastic. Marilyn, smile. It's a nice day out today. Smile, my dear. There you go. Good. That's the pearly whites. I see them there. All right. Fantastic, folks. Hello and good morning. How are you? Good morning. Get your coffee? Fantastic. All right. Actually, I've got rum and Coke in here, but it's coffee as far as you know, right? just kidding. Just kidding. There's no Coke in there. So with that being said, here's what we're going to be doing today. Thank you for logging on. What we're going to be doing today is something of somewhat serious nature, but we're going to have a fun time doing it. We're going to be talking about exactly what Zillow's doing because there's a brand new development, which in my opinion, not really something new to them, but you're going to want to see exactly what they're doing. We're going to show that to you today. So good morning and hello. My name is Beef Wellington. Beef Wellington. Yes, like the food, like the fancy food you get on a cruise ship. That's me. Okay. It's actually Wellington Pendel II, but if I don't introduce myself that way, guess what happens? People say, ever heard of Beef Wellington? No, never. So amazing. So yes, Beef Wellington, I am from The Career Compass. Let's all say it together. The Career Compass. Yes. If you are unfamiliar with the Career Compass, then let me help move the rock that you're living under. We are the #1 real estate agent training company in the state of California. #1. Our seminars that we do, up until COVID, we did one every single month, and now we're doing one about every other month, but in Nevada, and we're going to be coming back to California very, very soon. Our seminar is the #1 seminar in the state of California, both in the number of people that come to it and its customer service ranking, because we have an amazing, it's like 98.8%. I think the other two guys are at the bar still. I don't know. And we also have our new C4 program, which has exploded. So let me go ahead and tell you what we're going to be doing here today, now that we have some introductions here. So today, what we're going to be doing, we're going to show you exactly what Zillow is doing. What are they doing, and how are they taking over this business? Because they are. They're taking over this business, and you as a realtor, if you want to survive in this business more than the next 3 years, what we are going to be teaching you today and ongoing is going to be literally the #1 and probably the only thing that can save you, because I got news for you, and this is going to be a bare knuckles talk that we're doing here today. I'm not going to be pulling any punches. I am going to talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room, which means CAR, NAR, NMLS, and everything else like that. CAR, NAR, and your local board are not going to save you. In fact, they don't want to save you. In fact, what they're doing in many cases is actually working against your interest, and I can show it to you in their own words. So if you logged on today wanting a kind of a softball talk here in a softball class, this is not it. I'm going to be giving it to you, in real terms and show you exactly what's going on. So we're going to show you exactly what's happening next. I'm actually going to be giving you things that you can do and use today, like things that you can leave this talk today and actually use when you get done. So don't go anywhere, because those things may make the difference in a listing presentation you're doing. In fact, I just talked to a lady the other day who said that she had just lost a listing to Redfin because Redfin has their 1% product. Well, I said, no, they don't. By the way, I said, did you show your customer the crush sheets? She goes, no, I didn't. I should have done that. Now, for those of you who don't know what the crush sheets are, it's literally one of the tools that we're going to be giving you today out of over 112 different tools that Career Compass teaches that actually allows you to show a customer exactly how a company like Redfin is working, that will totally change their mind about ever using a company like that, because she couldn't overcome the 1% product, and it's not a 1% product. It's 1% when you list, only if in the contract you agree to use Redfin to buy your new house as a buyer's agent with a full 2.5% commission. She didn't know that. That would have changed the listing right there. So I'm actually going to be giving you tools and techniques you can use today. Don't go anywhere. Then what I'm going to show you is what hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of agents have already started to do to guarantee, and I want to use that word, and I want you to understand that word, guarantee, that they will be the agents who are not put out of business in the next 3 to 5 years, which 1/3 of them will, and not the agents who will be put out of business in the next 5 to 7 years, which half of all agents will be put out of business. That is what's going on. So I'm going to show you exactly what you can do to make sure that you can guarantee the future of your career if you're planning on being in this industry. Now, with that being said, you're probably thinking, oh, gee, Wellington, there's going to be some big sales pitch at the end. Wrong, 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 wrong. I've been to tons of webinars, tons of seminars, and they're always selling something at the end that's usually very expensive, but may have some value, and you always feel guilt You always feel bad about the fact that you either did buy it and you spent too much money, or you didn't buy it and you should have. One of the two things. None of that's going to happen today. In fact, here's what you're going to say. You're going to say what almost every single person that's ever been to Career Compass or has been part of C4 has ever said, how in the world can Career Compass do this for what they charge? It's next to nothing. In some cases, it is nothing. Okay? Thank you very Somebody just goes, that guy's a legend. That's right. Thank you. Career Compass is a legend. So guys, there's not going to be any of this. So stay to the end. I guarantee you're going to love what we show you, like so many people have. All right, let's get going. What's happening right now? And by the way, I actually added this. You'll see this, okay? The Career Compass and the C4. Let me show you some of the comments that we've got in some of the ratings. Ready? This #1 best value. We got rated #1 best value in the real estate industries for all of our products. #1 best value, meaning what you pay versus what you get. #1. And it wasn't even close. Okay? Most entertaining seminar. Okay? You have a good time. It's a big party. You should be coming to it. It's a big, huge party. It's awesome. Okay? Best way to renew your license through our third-party affiliate company. Best way. Awesome. Okay? #2, highest customer satisfaction rate of any California seminar. #2 all time. Amazing. Okay? And the C4 program is the #2 fastest growing, and it's only been around for a couple months, the #2 fastest growing coaching/mentoring program in the history of California. Can you believe that? And the C4 is the #1 rated value in coaching and mentoring. So there you go. Like, for example, I'll give you some comments. Some of them are from Tony Ruvides, who's on the call right now, right? This seminar was so much more than I ever thought it would be. That's the #1 comment we get. People are like, oh my gosh, I came to renew my license, third-party affiliate company, but I got so much out of this, okay? How can Career Compass do this? We get that all the time. The managers say, I wish all of my agents had heard this. I have heard that at least 10,000 times in my life. Oh my gosh, I've been doing this for 13 years. I wish all my agents could hear what Career Compass just brought. And wow, I only came for my license renewal, but this was the best real estate seminar I've ever been to. That is what you are going to think. Okay, let's get going. The future of realtors. Now, the future of realtors, which means you, okay? And by the way, every time I say something about realtors, everybody in the seminar looks at the person next to them and go, oh, do you mean that person over there, Wellington? Or that person over there? You can't mean me. Yes, I mean you. Yeah, I mean you, right? The market's crazy strong right now. So you're having a good time because why? Interest rates are saving us. We're selling 2 or 3 times more real estate than we normally do. Are you 2 to 3 times better realtor than you were in 2019? No. You've got interest rates killing it for you. That's going to change. It can't go on forever. It's going to change. Watch this, right? Here's an example. Heather Sims from Sacramento. She puts in a bid on a $700,000 house. So she's the buyer's agent, right? $700,000 house. You'll love this, okay? Let's see, who do we have on the call here? Let's see, Pam and Marianne and Felisa. Check this out. Puts in an offer on a $700,000 list. No appraisal contingency. So if it doesn't appraise, we'll still take it. What? No loan contingency. So if we can't get a loan for this house, we're still on the hook. The contract is still executable back, okay? And a rent back, and this was last month, by the way, a rent back for the owners until June for free. And the offer, $800,000 on a $700,000. And she didn't get it accepted. That's what's going on. That will not last forever. So in San Diego right now, the average CBB, now if you guys don't know what the CBB is, it's something they use down there. CBB is basically the buyer's agent commission. Watch this. This is an actual listing. I'll show you the important part. Watch this. Right here, CBB percentage, 1.5%. That's the buyer's agent commission, 1.5. Now, this is happening in about 40% of the listings in San Diego County. What does this mean? If the CBB, if the buyer's agent commission is 1.5, does that mean that the listing agent was 1.52 and the total commission of 3%? I don't know. Maybe it's 2.5 on a total of 4. Either way, commissions are going down. You know what that means? That means that clients, real estate sellers, okay, owners, are not seeing the value of realtors, and that feeds right into Zillow's hands, right into Redfin's hands, right into Open Door's hands. Okay, bad news. That's bad news, guys, right there. Okay, we must do something to counter this. Zillow, Open Door, Redfin have changed real estate. Zillow is now a brokerage. I'm going to talk to you about that today. Okay, they have an ML. They're part of the MLS. They have their own IDS. They have their own agents, and they just bought Showing Time. I'm going to show you why they bought Showing Time. This is going to shock you. So whatever you do, don't go anywhere, because I'm going to show you exactly what's happening to your current listings right now that you don't even know. Watch this. Now, Open Door just went public with 36,000 deals last year. They just issued stock, okay, because they're doing so well. If Open Door is doing well, guess where they're taking that business from? You, exactly. Redfin continues to confuse people with their 1% listing product, which is crap. It's a bait and switch if I've ever seen one. We must bring new value. I'm telling you right now, and it's an overused term, so I wish I could come up with something else. Check this out. You have to be new value. That's what you have to be. Now, you're thinking, Wellington, I have lots of value. With all due respect, okay, and I was going to piss some people off. No, you don't anymore. If you are doing the real estate the way we've been doing real estate for 30, 40, or 50 years, you have no value. Because here's why. You are listing houses for 5% or less, okay, putting 2.5 on one side, 2.5 on the other, putting a sign in the front yard and letting interest rates save you. That's not a plan for the future, folks. That is not a plan. You must do things that other realtors cannot do not know how to do, have never even heard of before, and you have to have a way to beat the iBuyers. Right now, you don't have that. So you must bring new value. So don't look at me and go, oh, Wellington, I have lots of value because I do all of this and I have a fiduciary responsibility and I have a relationship. That doesn't mean anything anymore. And all due respect to all the trainers out there. I just saw a video just recently by a trainer online, and he goes, okay, well, in the new world of post-COVID, here's what you have to do. You have to make sure that there's a relationship there, which, by the way, means half what it used to mean, half, because your clients have other options. Number two, you better let them know that you have a fiduciary responsibility to them. The iBuyers don't. Nobody cares about fiduciary anymore. They don't. You know what they care about? They care about their damn cell phone. Nobody cares. Most people don't even know what fiduciary means. They don't care about that. That's not going to save you. Okay, I'm sorry. And all due respect to that trainer, who's a good guy, I like him, but that's totally misguided training. New value. We'll show you that today. Okay. Now, the number of agents using the 7% technique, and I'm going to get right in your face on this one, right? The 7% technique. Let me tell you that right now, okay? Ready? I'm going to say this. I've never said this before. If you do not know the 7% technique, you are lost, period. It is a revolution in the state of California and in the country. If you do not know what I'm talking about, you absolutely need to either get to one of our seminars, get part of the C4 monthly program, or buy our greatest hits, something. You need to learn this. This will change your career. Now we have the 7% extreme technique. It's the only technique I've ever seen. This is just one out of over 100 that we teach. That allows you, the only technique I've ever seen, that allows you to put something in the notes section, additional comment section, or remarks section of your contract called, anybody? A commission override clause. You either know what that is because you've been to our seminar or are part of C4, or you don't know what that is, one of the two. This is an example of things that you must know if you are planning on being in this business in the future. If you're like, gee, I have no idea what a commission override clause is, then guess what? Don't go anywhere because I have your career in my hand right now. So let's keep going. Ready? Now, relationships are no guarantee anymore of the business, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Ready? Zillow, Open Door, Redfin are normalizing iBuyers by increasing the price that they'll pay for houses to normalize this business. Then later on, they're going to basically chick away at the profit. Same thing Costco did over the last 30 years. Ready? Now, you have an association at all levels, okay, that has turned its back completely on you, completely. And you're paying them to do it. That's what's going on. So let me show you exactly what Zillow is doing. Ready? Here's Zillow and here's Showing Time. They bought Showing Time. Why'd they do that? Well, here's why. I'm going to show you exactly what Zillow is doing to basically accumulate inventory in two ways. Either accumulate inventory in the way that they are the listing agent, I'm going to show it to you, or accumulate inventory by buying inventory using their iBuyer. Either way, they control the inventory. Now, if they control a large amount of inventory and they also own Showing Time, guess what you have to do? You have to go through Showing Time as a buyer's agent if you want to show the house. So now guess what? They just controlled both sides of the transaction. That's exactly what's going on, and I'll prove it to you. Ready? Let's check this out. Now, a Seattle realtor puts her own house in the MLS, her own house that she lives in, okay? So it's her house. She's an agent. She puts her own house in the MLS. So thus, she basically is the owner, right? And she is the listing agent. Everybody with me so far? Sounds reasonable, right? Ready? Within 3 days of her putting her own house in the MLS, Zillow has seen her as the owner, not paying attention to the fact that she's also the listing agent. So Zillow sees her as the agent, sees her as the owner, and doesn't bother to see that she's also the agent. They contact her in the form of emails. Ready? Now, by the way, if you're saying, oh, they're contacting her, that's against the rules, you're darn right it is. And guess what NARCAR in the MLS is going to do? Nothing. Think I'm wrong? Try me. Ready? Reaches out to the owner, offering their assistance. Zillow's offering the owner via email their assistance in determining whether the agent that owner has chosen is the right choice, not realizing she is the agent. Everybody hearing me? Okay, Karen, are you hearing this? Karen Baumgartner, are you hearing this? Okay, fine, you're hearing this. Okay, you look lost. You're like, well, I don't know what's going on. Where's Wellington? Yeah, right now, yeah, you seeing this? Okay, then in the same email, they're giving her tips on how to dump her listing agent. Are you hearing this? This is insane. Zillow tells her that she should dump her realtor and consider them instead. We are here to help, Zillow says. This is a quote from the email, a quote. Realizing your current agent isn't getting the job done can be disheartening, even if you have a signed contract. The good news is many sellers end up changing agents even if the contract hasn't expired. But both parties must be willing to part amicably. There's a right way and a wrong way to tell your agent, your listing agent, that things just aren't working out. Then they actually give reasons to her to give her agent to dump her. Yes, okay. Are you hearing this? Reasons for switching. There are many reasons why a seller may switch to a new agent. Lack of communication, number one. Biggest complaint, okay? Okay, from Sue. Yeah, hi, Sue. Okay. Sue, I haven't been able to pronounce your name for like 3 years, okay, ever since you joined. And by the way, Sue, yes, absolutely, you can get all of this, okay? No problem, okay? We'll give you all this. Don't worry about folks. Okay, if you're a Career Compass member, which I know you are, Sue, or you're part of C4 or both, you can have anything you want, anytime you want, period, for the rest of your life. It's the greatest thing in the history of real estate. So, point being, ready? Lack of communication. Number one complaint of any buyer or seller in real estate is lack of communication to their agent. And this is a people-to-people business, okay? I call, okay, and it's a cliche that we don't pick up our phones. It's unbelievable, okay? Lackluster marketing. Okay? Your agent doesn't make much effort to promote listings on multiple channels. Gee, I wonder what channels they're talking about. Are you kidding me? What channel they're talking about? Yeah, Zillow. Unreliable or unavailable. Again, back to the lack of communication thing. And this is happening to your listings right now. Right now. This is happening to your listings right now. Okay? This is what they're going to do. Because they know for a fact that NAR, CAR, and the MLS are going to do nothing about this. Nothing. And don't think the DRE is going to do anything either. The DRE is a puppet for CAR. Let me tell you, I know. Hey, don't worry, the DRE is too busy harassing the Career Compass for being the one good thing in real estate. That I know for sure. All right. Now, check this out. I want to show you something, okay? This is going to shock you. So, yeah, this is disheartening. No kidding, Tracy. So check this out. If you are texting, driving, not paying attention, your career light, distress light is flashing. I want you to show this. So put your phone down for 10 seconds and watch what I'm about to show you. Because here's what you're going to do. Here's what you're going to experience. So in other words, they're trying to get your listing through that. They're trying to buy houses directly, and they're telling everybody they're an agent. So they're accumulating that inventory. You get it? Then they're going to do this. Now, I'm going to show you a text string because you're all addicted to texting, obviously. So I'm going to show you a text string. So you'll get this, okay? It's a real text string from what Zillow thinks is a buyer of a house. So Zillow in this text thinks that the person asking is a buyer of a house. Ready? Here we go. So the person is asking to see the house that Zillow owns. So this is a Zillow-owned house. Again, their inventory, right? Watch. Hi, this is Meredith from Zillow. So this is a reaction to the request to see a Zillow-owned house. Got your showing request today for 24010 Doverick Drive. I'd be happy to see if an agent can make it to the home at a mutually convenient time. So in other words, what Zillow is offering is for them to send a listing agent, one of their agents basically, to the house to meet this buyer, to show the house that Zillow owns. Are you with me so far? Okay, good. However, before I send a listing agent, be one of our agents, down to, do you have a buyer's agent? So in other words, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, do you have a buyer's agent that you are already committed to? So what are they asking? They're saying if they can double end the property because they already own the listing, right? They already own the house. Either they own the house or they own the listing, one of the two. So now they're seeing if they can double end it, which anybody would. So I don't slight them for that. Ready for this? I want everybody to hear this because this is your career right here. Ready? This is why they bought showing time for what I consider 5 times what that company's worth. I am an agent, she says. So what she just said is she goes, Zillow, I am the agent making this request. I want everybody to see this. If you're texting, put your phone down, watch. Thanks for letting me know. Unfortunately, this home is unavailable to tour at this time. The self-tour feature should be enabled soon, blah, blah, blah. See that? So 10 seconds ago, it was available to see if this was the buyer. But now this is an agent, it's not available. This is a real text string. That's what they're going to be doing to your business. Right there. Now you know why they bought showing time. Because on all the inventory they control, and they're controlling more and more as we go, you have to make an appointment through showing time. So here's what they're going to do, in my opinion, and I'm right. What they're going to do is they're going to make you put your information and your buyer's information into showing time. Then they're going to deny you a showing. Then they're going to contact your buyer and say, oh, did your big bad agent not negotiate a showing time on this house that you want to see that has 15 other offers on it? Oh, I'm really sorry about that. However, Mr. or Mrs. Buyer, if you dump your buyer's agent and go with Zillow, you'll be able to see this house today and your offer will be a priority. There you go. They just control both sides of the transaction. That's what's happening, folks. Now, they're taking it one step further. Watch this. Zillow now has this thing called the Flex program. You can't really see it, but it says Zillow Flex program. They just announced this last week. What is the Zillow Flex program? It basically is different than the Premier Agent program. If you're a Premier Agent, you are literally feeding the dragon that is eating you right now. You are insane. Okay, back to this. Right, Charles Calderon? That's right, my man. There you go. Pay attention, buddy. I'm sorry, Charles. Did I interrupt? Did I interrupt you saving your career? Sorry about that, buddy. All right. So Joe Don is in her car. That's very nice. Very nice. Okay. So, oh, Ibar Carsey is on the call. Ibar Carsey. Okay. Ready? Zillow Flex program. Well, here's what they will do. They will feed you leads at no cost. Now, they had this before, but they had partners they had to share the commission with. They no longer have to do this. So they're a brokerage now. So now they get to do what? They get to feed you leads and not charge you for them. But when you close the lead, guess what happens? Yeah, they charge you a referral fee. So now this is different than the Premier Agent where you basically pay a certain amount of money to control a certain part of a zip code or an entire zip code and get all the leads in that zip code. This is different. This is where you pay no money up front, but they'll feed you leads. So in other words, your competitor's feeding you leads. So it's like a referral from another brokerage because they are a brokerage. Ready for this? How much do you charge on a referral? When you refer somebody, when you refer a client of yours to somebody else, what do you charge? Typically 25%, maybe 25, maybe 27, 30 at the most. Here's what Zillow is doing. When they feed you these leads, which by the way, are your leads to start with. They're already your leads. It's your information. It's your information. Yet Car&R allowed Zillow to steal this information for the last 12 years. All right, back to this. There it is right there, 35 whopping %. That's how much they're going to charge you for the referral. Now, look at this for a second. I want you to see the numbers on this. Ready? So they're going to charge you 35% on a referral that should have been yours in the first place. Okay. There's the $15,000 average commission on each side of the transaction. Okay. So there's the $15,000. So say they feed you a listing. Okay. So there it is. $15,000, which is the average in the state of California. It's about 14.5, but we'll just kind of go with 15. There's the total commission. Now let's take away Zillow's 35%, which is $5,250. What's left over? $9,750. Now, you're with a brokerage, right? So do you have a split? Yes, you do. Some of you have 90-10s, 80-20, 70-30, 50-50, whatever it is. Let's say that you have an 80-20 split with your brokerage. Guess what happens? Now, your brokerage is going to take their 20%, aren't they? So there's the $1,950. So what's left for you if you have an 80-20 split, which many of you don't. Many of you have 75-25s. The point being, here's what's left, $7,800 before your expenses or anything else on the commission out of $15,000. So less than half of it is remaining before you even get started. That's what's going on. And this is independent of other costs and expenses. On a $15,000 commission, there it is. That's what they're doing. They're taking a huge whopping percentage. So this Flex program is nothing more than them basically poaching our leads, poaching our information, repackaging it, sending it to us and charging us over a third to do it. There's the Flex program. Now, I want to show you a gentleman that you may recognize. Here's why. This is the guy that's doing all this. This is also the guy that put every travel agent in the world out of business.
And I basically likened the transition, the kind of market expansion that Zillow is going through right now, where we've got this huge, profitable incumbent business with this trusted brand. And we're saying, all right, there is a technology disruption happening, and we've got to be the ones to build the bridge across the chasm and get to the other side. And that's why we are going so hard and so aggressively, but in a prudent way, at the new opportunity, and it's going extremely well.
Do you think even further a step forward about other avenues you could go into with mortgages, other aspects?
Yeah, it turns out that the house transaction is the hub of a series of really big, important, and potentially profitable transactions. Getting the mortgage, the title, the escrow, moving, telecommunication services, all this happens and changes and is keyed off of the house transaction. And we are making investments in most of these businesses, specifically mortgages, title, and escrow right now, and creating an integrated digital platform so that one day the dream is that we dream one day of you having kind of almost a trade-in experience with your house, where you're standing in a house, a Zillow offers house that we own. You've been there 15 times. You've let yourself in with the Zillow app. We know who you are and where you live. We've already made it, have a mortgage ready to go. We have an offer ready for your house when you're ready to transact, and you with one click can decide to move.
Everybody hear that? That was 1 year ago. He told us what he's going to do. There he is, Richard Barton, CEO of Zillow. He told us he was taking over the industry. Did that not sound like a takeover of the industry? Let me tell you, let me show you a couple things that he said. This is amazing. This is basically shocking to me. Ready? Check this out. Here's a couple things that he said. He said Zillow is basically the trusted brand. They're the trusted brand, not us, not anybody else, okay? Not Berkshire, not Keller Williams, not Century 21, not Remax, not Coldwell. Zillow is a trusted brand. After all these years, they're the people who trust, okay? And he said, you're standing in a Zillow-owned house. Remember he said that? You've let yourself in 15 times with the Zillow app. So it's a Zillow-owned house. Do you think that listing's with you? No, it's with them. And you're letting yourself in with the Zillow app. That means who's not standing there? Yeah, a buyer's agent. No buyer's agent, no listing agent, no nothing. And by the way, what he didn't say there is it may not even be on the MLS, because I'm going to go ahead at the end of our talk today, talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room, which guess what it is? Right here, ready? Can Zillow become the new MLS? Yep. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he said that. I can't believe Wellington said that. Yep, I'm saying it because you're not hearing it. You're bored, are you? Okay. Now, you're not seeing it. You're bored. You're not hearing it from Carr. You're not hearing it from NAR. Only here. Only career comes. It's amazing. Watch this.
When Zillow buys your home, life gets a little less stressful because you can sell without repairs and choose your closing date, giving you more time for the things you love. Visit Zillow to request your free offer.
Right? That was 15 seconds. I'm going to read your mind. Here's the two things that you thought when I played that 15 seconds. Number one, you can sell your house without repairs for top dollar. But they never said that, though, did they? But you thought it. And so do all your customers. This is a really well-designed commercial. They basically showed you exactly what to think within 15 seconds, even though they never said it. The second thing that they never said, but you just thought, is this is commission-free. Because he took that primary brain of his, also known as a cell phone. Yes, that is. Okay. I mean, think about this, folks. The last thing that you touch before you go to bed at night is what? Your cell phone. Yeah, too bad for your husband or wife. Exactly. What's the first thing you touch when you get up in the morning? Your cell phone. Once again, too bad for your husband and your wife. It's true. We're addicted to that. So he clicked it. So how much money he got. So you thought it was commission-free and there's no repairs needed to sell for top dollar. Neither of those things are true, but that's what you thought, and that's exactly what your customers are going to think. That's what Zillow's been doing for over a year. Let's look at what Open Door is doing right now.
Selling your house is hard. Selling it to Open Door, that's easy. All you have to do is go to opendoor.com and you'll get a competitive offer in just a few steps. So, what do you think? Well, I'm sold. We're sold. Get your free offer at opendoor.com.
Another 15 seconds, letting your customers know that you, the realtor, are a thing of the past. Right there. So how do you combat this? Let's talk about that. Ready? Now, see all of this. These are all the brokerages in the world. Okay, it's not just Berkshire, Keller Williams, Remax, Coldwell, and Century 21, but this is everybody. So it includes EXP, and it also includes, HomeSmart and Realty One. Everybody's right here. So we have this club basically where we said, hey, instead of me just listing my houses and selling them, and you selling your houses, let's do this. Let's put all of our information in a central location called the MLS. I'll sell your listings, you sell my listings, and we'll all make more money, and it'll benefit the seller and the buyer. That's the idea of the co-op, short for cooperation, right? Okay, here's the difference. Nobody in this club that we're in, this brokerage club, ever made money from the data, from the information, except for one company, which is this company. For the last 12 years, we have given them the permissions to take our information and market with it. Thank you, NAR and CAR. That was the dumbest thing you've ever done. And boy, there's a long list of things that you've done that's moronic. But anyway, we gave them permission through the IDX system, because when you're doing your listing, you have the IDX, the VOWs, the syndications, and all the yeses on the end of your listing before it goes active on the MLS, right? Well, basically, that's you or your brokerage who basically owns the listing, your broker, giving anybody out there access to the data so they can market with it. Well, Zillow did that and made money by selling the data, because other brokerages basically just draw buyer leads so they can represent the buyer and make that commission, which is still part of our club. Zillow didn't do that. Zillow took the data and repackaged it and sold it back to us. That's called a premier agent. But they needed our permission. As of January 1st of this year, they no longer need the information, because now they have a direct MLS feed. So even if you put no on the IDX, they can still market with your information. That's what they're doing. Now, this is Simon Raskoff. He was the CEO of Zillow for 10 years. He was the one that goes, oh, we're the advocate of agents. We're going to partner with agents. Well, he kind of did in a way that he took all our information, repackaged it, and sold it back to us so some agents can beat other agents. So that's kind of partnering, at least in a sick, demented way. But 3 years ago, Richard Barton came in and fired Simon and became the CEO of Zillow again. Since then, every single thing that I've seen them do in the last 3 years just reeks of a takeover of this industry, in my opinion. In fact, Inman, just 3 weeks ago, had an article that said this: Zillow's trajectory. I'm a public thinker. Okay, right? Trajectory is similar to Netflix. Now, hold on a second. Similar to Netflix? Who did Netflix put out of business? Blockbuster. Wrong. You think they put Blockbuster out of business. They didn't. Blockbuster put Blockbuster out of business. You want to know why? Blockbuster refused to change, grow, and become better tomorrow than they were yesterday. So guess what? They assume that anybody who wants to rent a movie will be happy to get in the car, get dressed, get in the car, go to the movie store, find the movie they want out of stock, okay? Rent something else they don't want to see, sign a contract for its return, let it sit in the car for days after its return date, pay a huge late fee, take it back to the store, and take 2 round trips for 1 movie. They didn't want to do that. Somebody else came up with a better system. And they just refuse to change. That's exactly what's going on with realtors right now. Zillow, Opendoor, and all the iBuyers are coming up with a system that customers prefer, especially these days. Because in all of if 2020 proved anything to us, is that we can live our entire lives and never ever have any communication, face-to-face communication with another person. Okay, it's all text. It's all electronic. That feeds into Zillow. That doesn't feed into us because we're a face-to-face type of business. Did you know the new millennials? Okay, like the young millennials and the Generation Z, most of them go through anxiety if they actually have to make a phone call and talk to a real person. It's unbelievable. All they know is texting and emailing. It's all they know. They all know is electronic. Well, can you imagine somebody like that that's inherits a house from maybe a baby boomer generation, inherits a house and goes through the idea of having a realtor, a real person come into my house? Oh my God. Oh, I'm COVID Karen. I'm COVID Ken. I can't do that. Oh, I want to go away. Okay. This makes me sick. Okay. 80 years ago, we had Normandy. Okay. 20-year-old men jumping off of boats with a 99% chance of dying. And now we have 20-year-olds hiding in their house when they have a 99.97% chance of living. In fact, it's more than that for the young people. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. Anyway, back to this. Okay? We are not changing and growing, and that's the problem. Can you imagine some of those people thinking about having a realtor come to their house and do a listing presentation? Never. They want to click and not talk to anybody. That's bad. Now, how do you combat that? If those people know that doing that click will cost them $50,000 of equity they could have had, then they'll call you. But they don't know that. And you are not doing the job to show them that. That's your job, and our job is to show you how to show that to them. And we've been doing it for 12 years, and we're continuing to do it right now. So I always now after that Inman article, okay, and this is important, ready? After that Inman article, we had all these responses. And what I call this to that Inman article where basically, Netflix is going to be, Zillow, the new Netflix, what I call the crybaby knee-jerk reaction of realtors, which is always the same thing. Realtors go, oh, it doesn't matter. I have relationships with my database, and they'll always call me. Relationship. Let me show you. Ready? Here's Don Johnson. Okay, you can't see this, but it says relationship-based business will continue to win the day. No, it won't. And I'll prove it to you in a minute. Then down here, Michael Kitchens, again, a nice guy, goes, bingo, there will always be disruptors, but in the end, relationships will win. No, they won't. Not anymore. Here's why. Value will win, not relationships. Prove it. Ready? I'm going to tell you a 30-second story. Ready for this? You can look this up if you want. There's a lady named Kelly Malone, and she owns Reliable Real Estate in Temecula, California. She's got about 50 agents. Well, 5 years ago, she got married. So I'm going to pretend to be Kelly. So Kelly's standing here, her husband's standing here, and her best man, okay, his best man, so his best friend is standing right next to him, okay? That's the best man in her wedding. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you consider the best man in your own wedding your husband's best friend? Would you consider that person part of your database that you have a relationship with? Of course you would. If that guy's not part of your database, nobody is, okay? So ready? 4 or 5 years go by, and she's been married for about 4 or 5 years. The best man at her wedding, who she sees all the time because it's the best friend of her husband, calls her and says, hey, Kelly, can I ask you some real estate questions? She's like, sure, Joe, feel free. He goes, great, thank you very much. I really appreciate it because I know you've been a realtor for a long time. I know you do a really good job. So thank you for your time in advance. I just sold my house to Opendoor, and I want to go over the numbers with you to see if I did a good job. Boom. Where's your relationship now? It's nowhere. Here's why relationships are no longer the most important thing. They're important, but they're no longer a guarantee of business. Here's why. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 20 years ago, you had to use a realtor. There was no other option. So you obviously went with the one that you had a relationship with, the one that you knew. Your customers have other options now. So now they don't have to go with the relationship anymore. That's the problem. And if the option that's not the relationship is easy, faster, and cheaper in their mind, they're going with it. So with all due respect to all the other trainers out there that keep saying the same stupid damn thing, which is, well, make sure you understand that your customers, that you have a fiduciary responsibility to your customers and you have a relationship, that means nothing. That means nothing. These millennials, okay, these Generation Zs don't have a relationship and don't want one with you. And two, they don't even know what fiduciary means. That means nothing. Here's what means something to them: money. Money means something to them, because you're never going to beat Zillow in the convenience world, but you can beat them in the money world. Let me show you how. Now, let me explain exactly how this works. Let's say that this is Joe, the guy I just described, the best man in Kelly Malone's wedding. There he is, okay? Now, he just got a job transfer, so he needs to sell his house. So Kelly assumes he's going to list with her because she has the relationship, right? That's exactly what she assumed, wrongly. Because here's what happened. He goes to work the next day, and he's talking to a buddy of his, and his buddy goes, oh, you need to sell your house quickly? Just go to Zillow.com. They'll buy your house right out. He goes, I never knew I had another option other than this realtor that I know. Wow, I have two options now. He actually has three options. Let's go over the third one. The third one is this one. This one right here is a realtor that knows all the tools and techniques that Career Compass teaches. The EAT, the PAT, the lawyer letter, which I just got a copy of a voicemail from a lawyer to Tony Veruvides, who's on this call right now, saying, Tony, I just got your well-written letter, which, by the way, we write for you, okay? Please come into my office. I have dozens of referrals every year that I can send to you who need to buy or sell a house. Wow. Okay, there you go. One example. Can you do that? No, you haven't been to Career Compass yet. So the 7% technique that I talked about before, the lunch bunch, all these great tools and techniques, she knows all of these. So she can sell for more, sell faster, sell better than any other realtor. So here's his three options. Let's talk about value, shall we? Here's you if you were putting all your eggs in the relationship basket. You have a relationship with him. Fine. He was the best man at your wedding. Okay. You have the MLS and you have a sign in the front yard. Big deal. Zillow has a perceived cash offer. Well, they have a cash offer. They have a perceived no open houses, and they have a perceived fast close. All these things are what he thinks are going to happen. What does this agent have? This agent has things like the 7% technique, so she can sell for more, sell quicker, put more money in her pocket, the seller's pocket, and the buyer's agent pocket in record time. Again, if you don't know the 7% technique, here's what's going to happen. In the future of real estate, one of two things will happen if you're in this business. Either you will do the 7% technique to win listings, or you will have it done to you by a competitor who will get the listing instead of you. That is what will happen, period, in the story. Career Compass has 27,000 members just in the state of California. And we are teaching these tools and techniques to those 27,000 members. Do you think they're not going to be using them? They absolutely are. And I hope that you're one of them. Okay. Now, she has a 7% technique. She can drive the price up, and she has dozens of other techniques that she could use to be a better realtor than this agent. So let's talk about value. Ready? Here's what your value is. 0. His house is worth $1 million. You sell it for $1 million. What's $1 million minus $1 million? 0. Your incremental value is 0. But to him, he thinks that Zillow has an incremental value of 30 grand because he thinks he's going to save that much commission. He's not going to, but he thinks he's going to. What does this agent have? A real, honest, $40,000 in more in real value, because she can sell for 40 grand more than this agent using the 7% technique or any of these other things that we teach. Now, he's going to want to go here, but he's going to want to go here more if he knows about this agent. The only way you're going to get the listing if all you have is the relationship is what I call a pity list, P-I-T-Y, not P-I-T-I. I don't mean principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. I mean P-I-T-Y, meaning your friend pities you so much they're going to give you the listing. That is not a strategy for the future. Now, you want to know what is a strategy for the future? Here you go. If you have the relationship and you know all the tools and techniques and ways of listing that the Career Compass teaches, you are unstoppable, you are unbeatable, and we have proven it tens of thousands of times with top producing realtors over the last 13 years in this state. It's amazing. You are absolutely unbeatable. Ready, folks? This is just an example. You could drop me in any community in the United States, any city in the United States, and I will compete against the top 3 agents in that area for a listing, and 98% of the time I will beat them coming and going. Now, I don't say that to impress you. I say that to impress upon you that if you know things like the 7% technique and you have the relationship, you are absolutely unstoppable, folks. Because yes, people may go with you because they have a relationship with you, but everybody's going to go with you if you can prove numerically, that you can put more money in their pocket than an iBuyer or another agent every single time. So let me show you exactly how to do that numerically. Because most of you go into a listing presentation and go, oh, I'm worth every dime of my commission, and I work really hard for my commission, and I knew your father and all this crap nobody cares about. Let me show you how to numerically beat the iBuyers or any other agent. Watch this. Now, what I'm about to show you is one of the tools and techniques I'm going to be giving you, and this is one out of over 112 that we have at our seminar and on our greatest hits product and everything else like that. Okay, this is stuff you must know, guys. Absolutely. Okay. Now, watch this. And by the way, this is downloadable as a video, as a PowerPoint presentation, as a keynote presentation, a JPEG, or anything else like that, right from our website. If you are part of Career Compass, either our C4 program or member or anything else like that. So when I show you this, when people say, hey, can I get a copy of this? Yes, you can. All right. Let me show you how to do this. Now, I'm going to pretend that you are the seller. And I'm in a listing presentation, and I'm going to do this at the beginning of my listing, just in case you are considering going with an iBuyer. Here's what I'm going to do. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if you're considering going with an iBuyer, whether you told me that or not, I'm going to show you exactly how iBuyers work so you'll know what you're getting into before you do. Ready? Let me show you this. I'm going to show you how things work. Now, let's go ahead and pick on somebody. Who should we pick on here? Let's see. Who's on the call here? I don't know who's on the call here. All right, let's pick on Julie Sullivan, who's not paying attention. Julie Sullivan, are you there? Folks, what exactly is the point of doing a webinar and putting it on mute? I don't get it. All right, Julie, there you go. All right, fine. We'll use Marilyn. Marilyn, are you paying attention? Wow, folks, I have no idea why we have a problem in real estate. I have no idea. Julie Sullivan, are you there? Oh, my God. Okay, anyway, I don't get it. All right, so Marilyn, we're going to use you, all right? Marilyn, this is you right here, okay? You're a realtor, and you've listed this house. To make the numbers easy, we'll just say it's $1 million list, okay? All right, fantastic. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, here's how this works. Ready? When it's bought by a realtor, here is a buyer's agent. We'll call this Tony Bruvides. Right there he is right there. Okay? So there's Tony, right? And there's Marilyn. Listing agent, buyer's agent. Okay? List price is $1 million. The commission's 5% because you haven't used the 7% technique. By the way, this is without the 7% technique. Imagine what would happen if you did use the 7% technique. It's unbelievable. All right. 5%. Ready? A full price offer from Tony. Of course, that's all that we have in this market right now. So there's the $1 million offer. Now, how much commission is due? What's 5% of $1 million bucks? 50 grand, right? 25 to you, Marilyn, and 25 to Tony. So before expenses, because they're all about the same, there's $950 is due to the seller, right? That's a normal transaction. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if you're planning on using an iBuyer, let me tell you something that I just learned at the Career Compass. When the Career Compass had Opendoor, the biggest iBuyer in the country, on their stage 3 times for a debate in 2019, they discovered something. They discovered that the iBuyers have these things called service charges or relationship fees, which I don't even know what the hell a relationship fee is. I think a relationship fee is what my ex-wife's lawyer used when I got divorced. Mr. Wellington, there's a relationship fee in this marriage. Okay, fine, that's anyway. So point being, there's relationship fees. Now, they call them that so they can say it's commission-free so that the seller thinks that they're going to save all this money. They don't. The average commission / service fee / relationship fee that the iBuyers impose is 7.5%. That's the average. For those of you who are bad at math, that's higher than what you charge. Let's go over the numbers, shall we, Mr. and Mrs. Seller? Watch this. Now, when you sell it to Opendoor or Zillow, either Opendoor or Zillow, things change a little bit. Here's your list price, is $1 million. Listing commission is 5%. Full price offer from Opendoor or Zillow. Now, by the way, you're not going to get a full price offer from Opendoor or Zillow. They typically buy houses for 6 to 12% below the comps. Now, right now, just currently, they're letting it trickle up closer to the list price because they're normalizing iBuying. Then when they get a large amount of the business, they're going to tick that profit away and take more of it themselves. But let's just say that for right now, anywhere between 6 and 12% of what they buy the house for. Ready? So, but in this case, just for a comparison, let's say that you do get a full price offer from Zillow and Opendoor, which normally you won't, but let's just say you do. Now, so Marilyn, you think that the 7.5% that they're imposing on average replaces your 5% because it's not a 5% commission anymore, it's 7.5, right? Wrong. That's not how it works. Ready? Here's how it works, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. That 7.5% only goes to Zillow and Opendoor. That 7.5% is just the buyer's agent commission. It does not. I want everybody to hear this, okay? Poor Julie, she's just lost in a call over here. Okay? That does not cover Maryland's listing commission. It does not. That's the difference. Your customers don't know that. So now let's look at it. See, because Marilyn, you think your customers are getting $925. Pretty close, isn't it? Wrong-o. Don't you want to be paid? So here's your $25,000. So the seller's only getting $900 because you've got to go back to your seller for an additional 2.5% to cover your listing commission. That's on a full price offer. Now, let's pretend that instead of a full price offer, you get what Zillow and Opendoor usually buy a house for, which is 8% off. So in other words, the offer from Opendoor and Zillow is $920. That's 8%, right? Now let's apply the numbers. Ready? There's their 7.5% right there, $69,000. So what's left over? $851. So Marilyn, you think your customer's getting $851, which is already them taking a bath. No, 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 because Marilyn, you've got to be paid, don't you? There's your $23,000, which is 2.5% of $920. So what they're really getting is $828. This is an apples to apples comparison between iBuyers and realtors. Now, what's the difference numerically? Watch this. It's a $122,000 difference between going with a realtor and going with an iBuyer. $122,000. Now, if your customers know this, they'll never go with iBuyers. I don't care if they're Generation Z, XYZ, 1, 2, 3, ABC, because nobody in their right mind would walk away from $122,000. I don't care how young you are. For $122,000, these young people will open the damn door. I got news for you. But the problem is they don't know this. But this is just one tool out of over 100 that you're going to be using in the future to show your database exactly how it works. So you are unstoppable. Now, this right here at this point, and by the way, you could download this as a video right from our website and just show it to people. You don't even have to talk. I'm doing the talking for you. Okay, it's my voice. Okay, you're irritating as it is. Ready? Now, 95% of sellers will go, okay, well, if that's how it works, forget it. I'm done. I'm out. Okay, I want a realtor. A few of them might say this. Well, Marilyn, thank you for bringing Zillow and Opendoor to my attention. I wasn't thinking that. Whoops, right? Well, if I'm not going to use a buyer's agent, then what do I need a Marilyn for? I'm just going to get rid of her too, right? And her commission. Exactly. I'm melting. Okay. You know, the problem is some of you don't know what that reference is. Some of you don't know where that comes from. Unbelievable. Okay. It's amazing. Okay. I'm melting. All right, ready? So now the seller thinks it's more profitable. Ready for this? No, it isn't. Even with no buyer's agent and no listing agent, it's still more expensive to go with an iBuyer. Watch. If you get a full price offer from Zillow, it's still $25,000 more expensive to go with an iBuyer. And that's on a full price offer you'll never get. And on a realistic offer, the $920, which is usually what they offer, it's $99,000 more expensive. So what did I just show you? I just showed you how numerically, you can change all this to fit your current listing. Okay? I just showed you numerically how to show the customer, because here's what some of you guys are going to do. Some of you are going to go into listings and go, oh, well, the iBuyers are cheaper, but I'm better. No, they're not. No, they're not. You just sold the farm. Yes, you're better. Everybody knows that. But ready? You're actually less expensive. And now you can show it to them numerically on a piece of paper. You don't have to need paper. You can download this right from our website. This is one tool. So in other words, I just showed you one tool on how you can prove that numerically, not only are you better, but you're also less expensive. Realtors are the highest value, lowest cost option to sell a house. And now you can show it to your customers. It's amazing. By the way, is Julie Sullivan back on the call yet? No. Julie, are you there yet? Julie, I hope that phone call was really good, because we've been making fun of you for like the last 10 minutes. It's been great. Okay, Julie, pay attention. All right, now watch this. I want to show you this. I'm going to share my screen in a minute because I know you can't see this. Here's what this is. This is the how should I list spreadsheet. This is a number. Great, thank you. Hi, Julie. Good to see you. There's only like 900 people on this call making fun of you right now, but that's all right. No big deal. This is a spreadsheet, again, downloadable right from our website when you are a Career Compass member or part of C4, which if you want to be in this business, that's your only chance at the future. Ask anybody who's in it. All right. So basically what you do is all you need, and basically what this is for the end of your listing presentation, to show the seller exactly what would happen to his equity, her equity, if they went with you, another agent, or an iBuyer. We have all the formulas worked in that does all the work for you. Watch. All you have to do in this box right here is put $1 million. And in a minute, I'm going to show you my screen, so hold on, okay? So in the second box, all you got to do is put in their mortgage. So in other words, whatever's owed on the house. So what the house is worth minus what they owe on it is what? Equity. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen, and I'm gonna show you how this works. Now, in the top box, you put $1 million. That's the property value, okay? Then in the second box, you're gonna put what? Right there, okay, see the top left? You see where I put $1 million? That's the value of the home right there where the cursor is. I also put in what the house is, what their mortgage is, excuse me. The house's value minus the mortgage equals their equity. So in this case, and all you gotta do is put those two numbers in. In this case, it calculates their equity to be $400,000. Well, what this shows is it shows three options. The first option is what they would get out of their equity, because basically what the customer wants to know is how much of my equity I'm gonna be able to put in my pocket, either to buy another house or whatever, right? So in the first box, the red box, okay, over here to the left, it shows how much of their equity they would normally get using an iBuyer, anywhere between 100 and 330,000 of their equity. Because all the formulas are already in here for all the iBuyers out in the market right now. So there's the range they can expect by going with an iBuyer. Now the middle box, the gray box, is what they can reasonably expect if they went with an average agent, somebody who's not you, somebody who's not using tools and techniques that the Career Compass teaches. And in the green box, it shows what they're gonna get if they went with you by using something like the 7% technique. Now check this out. The first box is 100 to 300. The second box is 302 to 397, and the third box, which is you, is 340 basically to 430. Which of those do you think the seller would want the most? Of course, it's going to force them to go with you first financially, because folks, you will never beat Zillow when it comes to convenience, but you will beat Zillow when it comes to financial, and that's what you need to show your customers. Now, again, this is a tool you can use right there, download it on our website, just one of many, many tools. So basically what it does, it forces the customer to use you first. Because if they go to an iBuyer, the house is gone. But if they use you and your plan, like the 7% technique doesn't work, which it does every time, okay? They can always use another realtor, or they can use an iBuyer. But you can't go the other direction, can you? You can't sell your house to an iBuyer and then go, oh, I could have sold it for more, give me it back. No. So it makes them go with you in one fell swoop. And all you gotta do is put in two numbers. Brilliant stuff. Now, the other tool I want to show you before I talk about what we do to guarantee your success in this industry is the crush sheets. I talked about these before. We have one of these for every single one of the iBuyers or discounters. So basically, at any time during the presentation, listing presentation, if somebody says, "Gee, okay, from Nixter, how do I find the net?" Okay, right on the website, Nixter. If you're a Career Compass member or if you are a part of C4, stay with me until the end. I'll show you exactly how to do it. Don't worry. Stay with me. Okay? We only have a few more minutes. Now, these are the crush sheets. So in other words, if they say I want to use Zillow, you basically show them exactly how Zillow works. After the offer is accepted, there's a 6 to 12% service fee. They buy the house for 3 to 30% below comps, et cetera, et cetera. So the seller only gets 88 to 94 of the low ball offer. So for example, on a $500,000 house, after an 8% service fee and a 9% purchase discount, they're getting $418. Can you imagine that? $418,000. You, using the 7% technique, could probably sell that house for $550. Nobody in their right mind, even a millennial or a Generation Z, is ever going to do that. But you have to show that to them. This is a way you show that to them. So here's the Zillow one, just completely decimating any chance it'll go with Zillow. So there's the Zillow one. We have one for Home Bay, for Really, for Redfin, for Open Door, for Unlocked, for Rex, and all the rest of them. These should be on your phone, on your computer, on your laptop, on your website, and in your listing book. So at any time that they say, oh, I want to use Rex. Oh, you want to use Rex? Because they have a 2% total fee. Let me explain exactly how Rex works. Rex charges you 2%. There's no services, no open houses, no nothing. They have a menu where you pay for all that stuff. Number two, they don't put it on the MLS, basically eliminating 97% of all the people out there who are looking for houses. Blah, blah, blah. See what I'm saying? So you can decimate any other iBuyer out there and have them go with you. That is brilliant stuff. These are invaluable. And again, this is just one more technique. You got 3 out of over 112 techniques that we teach. You got 109 to go. All right. So with that being said, let me go ahead and make good on my offer here. People want to know what the 7% technique is because it's a revolution. Let me just give you an example, okay? In the beginning of this call, there's a gentleman who's got his hand like this in a green shirt. Okay, everybody scroll over, you can see him. His name is Tony Bruvides. Okay, he and Tasha are a partner. Okay, they're a husband and wife partnership, and Tony and Tasha are on their 12th listing in the last 18 months that have been 7% or more. That's not all the listings they've had, but that's 12 in the last 18 months who've been 7% or more. When we have agents, we're cutting it to 4. Now, why would a seller do that? A seller would do that because Tony and Tasha, and you can find this right on our website, there's a video of them doing it, okay? Exactly how they did that and how that puts more money in the seller's pocket, more money in their pocket, more money in the buyer's agent's pocket. It's brilliant stuff. Okay? There's a myth out there, and a myth from the pit of hell, folks, that cutting real estate commissions puts more money in the seller's pocket. It's not true. If you know the 7% technique, you can show it to them numerically how you can put more money in their pocket by doing a 7% listing. We have people doing it all the time. In fact, I just talked to a guy named Michael Roulades who just got a 9% listing using our technique. These are the kind of things you must know. You must know, okay? If you want to be in this business, because just cutting your commission and hoping for good interest rates will not save you, and neither will Car and NAR. So I want to show you an example of a video of a gentleman using the 7% technique. And I want to say this. When I show you this 30-second video, this is before the craziness of the 2020, 2021 interest rates. This is before that. This is a normal market. This is at the beginning of 2020, okay? Watch this.
But listen to this. We just had a sale of a house that you have, Phil, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, tell the folks what happened to you by applying the 7% technique.
We had a house that was for sale for $500,000. We had no offers on it. We had the client agree to the 7% price because I told him there would be a buying frenzy if we could get the price up to 7%. Within 1 hour after putting the 7% listing on the MLS, we had 10 calls on it, and we got an all-cash offer between the people who wanted to buy it of $595,000 closed escrow in 1 day.
Okay, everybody hear that? That was before the craziness of 2020, 2021, okay? If he had done the 7% technique now, he would have sold that house not for $595, but for $650, $675. Think about this, okay? Within 1 hour, this was a house that had no offers and no showings. Within 1 hour of using that technique on the MLS, he got 3 offers, 580, 585, and 595, closed escrow right there. This stuff works, and you don't have to believe me. I mean, there are people on this call right now doing this right now today. Tony and Tasha are an example of it, doing it right now, this very minute. And think about this. Think about New Value. Think about his database. The guy who he sold this house for, the seller. Do you think that seller will ever use anybody but Bill when it comes to buying or selling real estate? Never, because Bill showed value that other realtors cannot show, and he showed value that no iBuyer could ever match. He is safe as a bug in a rug. The half to a third of the agents that are going to survive in this business in the next 7 years, he's going to be one of them, I guarantee, and he's going to be a millionaire. You have 2 choices. Either you can bring this kind of value by learning the tools and techniques that Career Compass teaches, and you could be a millionaire in the next 7 years, or you can be put out of business in the next 3 to 7 years by Zillow because you keep doing things exactly like you used to be doing them. Now, I promised you that I would talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Ready? Here we go. Can Zillow become the new MLS? So here's what some of you are thinking. Let's go back to Maryland for a second. So Maryland is right here. She listed that house, right? And she left off right here where it's $920 minus $69,000, blah, blah, blah. And the seller ends up with $828. So they end up totally taking a bath on their equity, right? So she says, well, Wellington, this doesn't matter because, look, I sold the house, but I still got my commission of $23,000, so I'm fine. And yes, I sold it to Zillow, so Zillow controls the house, but they said they're going to play nice and put it on the MLS with a commission. So a buyer's agent, like Tony, is going to see it with their buyer. They're going to get a $25,000 commission, and everything's fine. So here's what some of you are thinking, okay? Here's what some of you are thinking. Either you're thinking everything's going to be fine because, look, I got a commission, they got a commission, everything's fine. Zillow inserted themselves in the middle, but it doesn't matter. Things are fine. Our careers are not in jeopardy. Everything's going to be great. Wrong. This is what Zillow wants you to think. Let me prove it to you. Ready? Do you think that Zillow does not know that they have every buyer eye in the world? All the buyers' eyes in the world are on Zillow. They know this. More buyers go to Zillow than every other website in the world combined. They're the biggest website in the world by far. Ready? They have all the buyers already. Now, do you really think that Zillow, so Marilyn, do you think Zillow wants to buy the house through you in the MLS? No. I showed you in the beginning of this where they're trying to get your current listings now. So do you think they really want to buy it from you? No. They want to go right to the seller, via their iBuyer program and basically buy it right from the seller. That's what they want to do, and they can do it, and they are doing it. So if they buy it right from the seller, what happens to you, Marilyn? Bye-bye. Oh, melting once again, right? And so much for your commission because they just bought the house. That cuts you out. Now, you think they're going to put it on the MLS with a commission, so he's going to get it, right? But let me ask you a quick question. If you're Zillow and you know you already have all the buyers on your own website, why would you put it on the MLS? That doesn't make any sense. You'd certainly want to sell it through your own website first. So by the time, if it ever does hit the MLS, it's table scraps because you couldn't sell it through your own website. So basically they're going to go, no, I don't think I'm going to put it on the MLS, and I'm not going to put a commission on it either. I'm just going to sell it through my own website. So what does that do to the buyer's agent? He's gone because he's not going to see it on the MLS. So is his commission. So what does the buyer do? The buyer goes right down to Zillow like everybody else. So this house goes from the seller to Zillow to the buyer. No listing agent, no buyer's agent, no MLS, no car, no NAR. There you go. That's the reality. So here's what's going to happen in the future, folks. One of two things. Either this will happen to you and you'll be put out of business, or you will learn things like the 7% technique. Because watch this. If you have the 7% technique and your clients know you can do this, just like Bill, just like Tony, okay, just like Tasha, if your clients know this, they go to you first instead of Zillow, right? And that stops this whole process from happening right there, that one technique. And that's only one out of over 112 that we teach. It's amazing. So that changes everything for your career because now your database always goes to you. Go back to Kelly Malone, the lady who got married. If Joe, the best man at her wedding, knew that she could have put $50,000 or $60,000 more in his pocket, do you think he would have sold his house to Open Door? Not a chance. But he didn't know that because she failed to educate him and failed to learn these tools and techniques. Now she knows them. Think about that, folks. How much are you losing because you don't know this stuff? Because you're losing now, and you might lose your entire career by not knowing this. Why do you think Career Compass is the #1 training organization in the state of California? People who come to our seminar literally become groupies. It's so good. It's like addicting because they're like, wow, this is going to save my career. That's the #1 comment we get is this stuff that they're teaching, I can't get anywhere else. Try it. And I'll prove it to you. Ready? Now, here's all the customers that you're gonna help in the future. Zillow already owns 6 to 8% of the market. Okay, so all the agents that would have used these customers, okay, are gone. Now, here's all the agents that are left. Here's all of you. In the next 3 to 5 years, it is estimated that Zillow will take over 1/3 of the business. So all the agents that used to work for these customers, gone. They're gone. They're out of business. In the next 5 to 7 years, Zillow will take over 2/3 of the industry. That's the estimation. So who's left? Just these agents. These are not the agents who are like, well, I have a relationship, so I know they'll call me. No, they won't. That's what these agents were. Here's what these agents will hear. They'll hear exactly what Kelly Malone heard. Ready? Sorry, realtor friend. We love you. We've known you for 20 years. But in this case, it just made more financial sense to go with Zillow. That's what you're going to hear. Or, gosh, realtor friend, we needed to sell quickly and Zillow was the quickest way. You're either going to hear those or you're not going to hear anything because you're not in this business anymore. Now, what do these customers hear? These customers hear, we're always going to use you because we know you can do things like the deal a week technique. What's that? Ready? I can show you a technique that people are using right now, even in today's market, to get a listing every single week of your life. I can guarantee it. We have people doing it right now. It's brilliant. It's amazing. So they have things like that, things like the 7% technique, things like the lunch bunch, okay, the lawyer letter, all this stuff that's relationships and value. That is who will survive. You will either be part of this group or you'll be getting another job. End of story. And how do you make sure you're part of this group? You have the relationship, which you already have, and you have these tools and techniques. That's why we have people already who are on this call who are already part of C4 and already part of Career Compass because they just can't get enough of this stuff because this is the future. So for the next 5 minutes, okay, if you want to stay in this business, please stay tuned. For the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you what hundreds of agents and tens of thousands of agents have already done in the last 12 years to guarantee that they are going to be part of this business. Let's go over it. Ready? Now, let me ask you a quick question because I know what you're thinking. Oh, Wellington, here's the big sales pitch. It's going to be something expensive. No, it isn't. Here's how expensive it is. Ready? Here we go. Let me ask you a question. If I could guarantee that Career Compass can teach you how to survive and succeed in the future of real estate, would you buy a 1 round of cocktails, just 2 drinks in a bar, one for you, one for me? Would you buy that? Okay, if the answer is yes, don't go anywhere, because that's exactly what we're talking about. Ready? Let me show you this. Now, are you in a program that is constantly teaching you new tools and techniques that are part of the future? If you're not, this is for you. And are you in a program that shows you the newest developments in real estate all the time, so you don't have to read every periodical in the world just to keep up? Here's what happened last year. The interest rates went down. Your business went up. How do you keep this going? Here's how you keep this going. Ready? Now, most of you know about our award-winning seminars. Prior to COVID and after COVID, we do one every single month in the state of California at a 5-star location, 2.5 days, amazing training, amazing networking, open bar, yes, free drinks. And once you go to the seminar once, you get to come back for free forever. Most of you are already Career Compass members. Everybody is in the state of California, okay? Now, we can't do groups like this in the state of California yet. So we're going to be doing our live seminars this year for 2021 in Reno, Tahoe, and Las Vegas. So that fun is going to be there. So if you're not signed up for Las Vegas, it's happening in 2 weeks. Actually, next week, get in there. It's almost sold out. So we're going to have our seminars live in the state of Nevada, Reno, Tahoe, and Las Vegas. So with that being said, we're going to be coming back to our normal locations next year. And some of you know about our Greatest Hits program, okay? Right here. These are all the tools and techniques we've ever taught. It's like drinking from a fire hose. However, let me show you exactly how training works in the state of California or in the country when it comes to real estate. You have 2 types of training. Let me go over. Ready? Now, the Career Compass has things like our amazing seminar that teaches things like the deal of week technique, the 7% technique, the lunch bunch, the lawyer letter. Okay, that's what Tony and Tasha just used. Okay, the EAT, the PAT, and 100 more. So in other words, it's amazing content. What is content? Content are basically the things that you need to learn to make sure that you're better than other realtors and you're better than the iBuyers, which is, by the way, most of you don't have right now. But the problem is we've never had coaching. And the reason we never had coaching is because we didn't realize what was going on, but we certainly do now. The problem with this, have you ever been to a seminar or read a book or bought a program or whatever else, and you put it on your desk and you walk by, you go, oh, I should do that. And then you keep walking. And then you walk by the next day, oh, I need to do that. And you keep walking. That happens all the time. So as a realtor in the future, not only do you need amazing content, but you need a system to work that content into your daily life. So in other words, mentoring to get the great content into your daily life so you survive in real estate. We've never had that before. Now, conversely, here's what all the other seminars out there train. And by the way, get all the training you can, folks. I'm not bashing on any of the other seminars, okay? Tom Ferry's a great guy. Mike Ferry's a guy. And there's Brian Buffini. They're all guys. Okay, but here's basically what all those other seminars teach. They basically teach, send out your mailers, right? Do your cold calling, do your door knocking, and bother your friends and family at Thanksgiving about doing real estate. So there's really no content you don't already know. But what they say is pay us $1,000 a month for coaching. $1,000 a month. It's insane. That's crazy. So what's the answer? Is coaching the answer? Here's the answer. The answer is no to that. Here's why. 93% of people who have been in a real estate coaching program said it was too expensive for what they got. 79% of people who have coaching contracts didn't renew them after just 1 year. Just 1 year. And they wouldn't have gone through the entire year if they weren't locked into a contract that made them pay $1,000 a month. Most coaches, almost all coaches, okay, with very few exceptions, have less than 5 years in the real estate business. I just talked to a coach from one of the major coaching companies, okay? She's been a coach for 5 years. She has no real estate license, never had a real estate license, has never transacted a property, has no background in real estate. You know what she was? She was a Jenny Craig salesperson prior to becoming a coach for $1,000 a month clients. It's amazing. They have no real estate knowledge whatsoever. That's your average coach. And most coaching is just teaching you what you already know. There's no new content, which is what Career Compass is known for, all this great new content. So what's the answer? Is coaching the answer? No. Here's the answer right here. It's called C4, and it is exploding in this industry. What is C4? Is it, oh, Wellington is a coaching program? Oh, no. This is so different than anything you've ever heard. Watch this. If this doesn't impress you, if this doesn't amaze you, then you're half asleep, okay? Watch. Here's what C4 stands for. 4 C's. Career, Compass, Concierge, Connection. Let me ask you this very honestly. Are you getting all the benefits you should be getting from your car and NAR associations? Are you getting the community that you need? Are they representing you? Are you getting benefits that them showing you how to succeed in the future? You're not getting any of that. None of it. They've turned their backs on you, okay? This is a new community, and it is exploding, okay? This is full of people that want to succeed in real estate. This is a suite, a package of benefits that, in my opinion, and I've been in real estate for 30 years, you must have, if you want to succeed in this business, you must have these benefits, okay? So let me show you exactly what they are. Now, how does this work? Career Compass, the new Career Compass, right? You know about our award-winning seminar. Many of you have been there. If you haven't been to our seminar, please go to it. Many of you have the greatest hits, okay? All 120, 30, 40 tools and techniques, okay? Like drinking from a fire hose. So what we've developed is we've developed C4 to either stand alone or tie it all together. So we have 3 products. I'll go over all 3. Now, what is C4? C4, in my opinion, is something that every single realtor in the country should be part of. Absolutely. This is the future of real estate. This is the new community that you need to be part of. So it's basically all the benefits of traditional crappy coaching. Ready? But you don't get coaches. Oh, no, no. You don't get one coach. You get real estate masters, people who are experts in real estate, in their area of real estate, who've been in real estate for 20, 30, sometimes 40 years. Let me ask you a question. If you have a coach for 2 sessions a month on the phone for 30 minutes, you are limited by that coach's experience, are you not? You are. So what would you rather have? One coach for 30 minutes on a phone, or 6 or 7 masters that are on a Zoom call with you every month live, showing you exactly how to do this business in their area of real estate? It is unbelievable. Ready? With none of the cost, none of that $1,000 crap, none of the cost of traditional crappy coaching. It's amazing. Let me go over the benefits that you should be getting from your association, but you're not, but you will be getting from C4. Ready? Watch this. Now, every month, just like crappy coaching, you get 2 live sessions. These are not recorded. They're recorded for review, but they're live sessions. So you can stop the coach, stop the mentor, stop the master, back them up, ask them questions, okay? Every month you get 2 of those live, and they're not 30 minutes. They're an hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. We keep going until everybody gets their questions answered. It's amazing. We've had, ready for this? We had one session just last month where we had people stand up and clap. Can you imagine? No coaching company in the world's ever had that. Let me show you this. Ready? This man's had 42 years of experience in real estate. This guy right here is Jim Zers. You can look him up. He's the #1 trainer of realtors, teaching realtors how to get into the senior market, which, by the way, is all the baby boomers who own everything. It's the biggest opportunity in real estate you could ever think. It's a bigger opportunity than the Generation Z plus the millennials combined. Most of you have no idea how to get in that. He's the #1 trainer, and he works for us, okay? There's Donna Brady, an absolute ridiculous genius when it comes to website development and social media. I mean, she's amazing, okay? So here's all of your mentor masters. You get these guys and these ladies every single month live on Zoom. So that's your first session. Your second session every month is called Learning with Legends. This will amaze you. Ready? Every month, we bring in one of the top realtors of all time in the state of California to mentor you live. This is Margaret Crispillo. Okay, she's done 4,000 transactions in 25 years. She's done over 100 deals every single year. Can you say that? I certainly can. Check this out. Margaret Crispillo, live. Can you imagine getting coached by her live? This is Carol Hacker, one of the greatest managers of all time in the state of California. I just talked to her yesterday, okay? This is Tom Daves. If you ranked the top 10 realtors of all time in the state of California, he'd be on that list. And I just talked to him. I just texted him 2 weeks ago. He goes, Wellington, I can't wait to be one of your Learning with Legends people. Can you imagine getting coached by one of the top 10 realtors of all time? You're going to, through us, because these are our legends. It's amazing. You get that every single month. Now, at the beginning of all of our sessions, we give you an update on the entire industry. So you are up to date, cutting edge every single time. Then we talk about the legends, and then we talk about the mentors. It's an amazing process. So that's benefit #1 and #2. #3, every year, in addition to your 2 monthly live Zoom coaching, mentoring, master programs, you get a yearly one-on-one tune-up of your entire business. So with one of our masters, we will tune your business up, make sure you had a good year, make sure you're headed for the next year. It's amazing. This is in addition to your monthly Zoom coaching calls, which are amazing, which are 2-3 hours long sometimes. People are amazed by them. I mean, ask anybody who's been on them. They're just amazing. So that's #3. #4, let me ask you a question. If you've ever been coached, can you call your coach anytime you want? No, you can with us. Ready? Any of our coaches are available on Masters on Demand. I just did one myself. Okay, I think Donna did one 2 days ago with one of our clients. They call the office and they get help one-on-one, live, in person, from any of our mentor masters on any of the tools and techniques that Career Compass teaches. It's unbelievable. There's never been a mentoring/coaching program in the history of our country that has that. Ready for this? #5. a complete library of all of our tools and techniques. So you want to review the 7% technique? You want to review the deal of week technique? If you missed one of the coaching calls, they're all recorded. They're all recorded and put right there at your disposal. You can watch them again or watch them for the first time. So if you miss one of them, you can always just review it. So you never miss one of the mentoring or learning with legends sessions. So you have all of this at your disposal at all time. That is invaluable. That is something that regular coaching will never have, is the past, the entire past, everything that we ever have available to you every single day, 24 hours a day at any time. That's amazing, because you want to do this. You want to watch this stuff over and over again, because repetition is the mother of mastery. So you not only do you have them live, but you have them recorded as well. It's amazing. Now, number 6 is going to blow your mind. Ready? Referrals. Yep, I said it. Okay, referrals, not leads. No. Referrals to your business. Here's why. We are partnered with the National Real Estate Post. That's Frank Garay and that's Brian Stevens. They're the ones who invented that company called Listing Booster. What does Listing Booster do? 1, it gets you referrals, meaning referrals right to your business. Number 2, it actually takes your existing listings and puts them on television. Yes, your listings on television. It also makes all your listings internet ready and all these other things. It's amazing. People who have a Listing Booster account outside of Career Compass pay hundreds of dollars to have that. You get one for free just for being part of C4. And all the referrals that go to Listing Booster automatically go where? Right to C4 members every single time. So we're actually going to send you deals. Amazing. Now, number 7, reserve seating at all of our events. This is what our events look like when we open the door. Not for you. You get in a separate entrance ahead of time in a separate roped off area of our seminar. If you went to Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, Tony Robbins, you'd pay hundreds of dollars for that. Nope, not with Career Compass. You get reserved, roped off, special VIP seating at no additional cost at all of our live events. Also at our live events, you get a special C4 only cocktail reception with the other C4 members. So you're gonna meet these people. These are top agents you're gonna network with. But that's not all. At these receptions, all of your mentor master coaches are there. Most coaching, you never even meet your coach. You're not only going to know your coach, you're going to meet them face-to-face in person. That's amazing. And at these receptions, we have legends, people who are there. Can you imagine standing there with Carol Hacker in person? Can you imagine? Okay? Or Tom Morehouse, okay? Or the bald guy in the red tie. It's unbelievable. Okay? So at all the live receptions. Now, let's talk about Google. Ready? Where are your Google results? So in other words, if I take the city you live in and put realtor in Google, where do you show up? Page 40 or 50? Not anymore. Here's what's going to happen. As soon as you join C4, you're going to get a complete profile of your business on our website. And our website is one of the biggest websites in real estate. We get tens of thousands of hits, right? So here's what happens. This is your profile on our website. Here's all your information, a little description of your business, as well as a video of your business. People can like you, follow you, go to your website from our website, refer you, a tremendous source of business. Now, here's the most important thing. Have you ever heard of something called search algorithms? That decides where you show up in a Google search I do for a realtor. It's also called metadata. Well, guess what? Because you have a complete profile on our website, your search results improve. You come up higher on Google. We've already tested it. It's amazing. That alone, just that one benefit is worth being a part of C4. It's just one of over 12. Now, the last thing, number 10 and number 11, is your DRE license renewed or your car and NAR ethics certificate done for you right through our third-party affiliate company. It's done. You are able to do it anytime you need it, okay? Through our third-party affiliate company, hey, for no cost whatsoever, for free forever. So through our third-party affiliate company, you get your license renewed or your car and NAR ethics requirement anytime you need it. No cost whatsoever, and we make it so easy for you. We find the easiest, fastest ways to do it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And yes, Leslie, you need to complete your profile. So let me just review this. Ready? Every month, you get mentoring with the masters. Amazing Zoom calls for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes. You'll be amazed by those. Ready? Every month, you get learning with the legends. The greatest realtors of all time are live for you. You also get the yearly one-on-one tune-up. You also get Masters on Demand. Call us anytime you want. It's an amazing program, okay? Complete video library of all of our tools and techniques that you can't get anywhere else, and we all know that. Ready? Number 6, actual referrals to your business. Referrals to your business. Amazing. Okay, by the way, I want you to say this. Ready for this? I'm gonna save that. I have something. I'm gonna blow your mind. Ready for this? Okay. Now, actual referrals to your business. I'll get back to that in a second. Now, reserve seating at all of our events. Private C4 receptions with the masters and the legends. A complete profile of your business on our website. Improving your Google search. And the CAR and NAR ethics requirement, as well as your Department of Real Estate license renewed, done through our third-party affiliate anytime you need it. Watch this. The average coaching company out there that has none of these things, none of them, charges $1,000 a month. It's insane. Forget that, okay? $1,000 a month for things that they don't even have any of this. What happened to our screen? We lost the screen. Oh, sorry, we lost the screen. All right, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Be right back. 1 second. Hold on. Sorry about that, everybody. Technical difficulties here at the office. Are you still there? Okay. You still there? Good. Okay. See, that was a test. That was a test. Are you really paying attention? If you're really paying attention, then you're still there. If you're not still there, you're not paying attention in the first place. All right, stay with me. We're having some technical difficulties. Don't worry, going to get this fixed in 10 seconds here. Hold on. All right, hold on. Now, all right, hold on, guys. Now, I want to go ahead. So here's what we're going to do. Ready? While this is coming back up, I'm going to go ahead and continue. So in other words, ready for this? While we're having our screen come back up, let me review this real quick, okay? Number one, learning with the legends, okay? Learning with the legends, right? Now, watch this. All right, hold on. There we go. All right, we're back up. Fantastic. Okay, so all these benefits, okay, all 10 of these benefits are going to happen every single month for you. Now, once again, now the clicker's not working. All right, hold on. There we go. Okay, so here's how this works, guys. The least, most coaching companies charge $1,000 a month for things that aren't even good as good as this. So this is better than $1,000 a month coaching. Better, and we will prove and guarantee that the least expensive group coaching we ever found on the internet is $300 to $500 a month. Okay, so I want to see this, and I want to thank you for with me here. Ready for this? This is our thank you to you for making us the coaching #1 organization in the state of California. Ready? All of the benefits that I come to you in our C4 program for $19 a month, not $1,900, which it should be, and not $19,000, which is worth $19 a month. You're right. That's way too inexpensive. And by the way, there's no contract. I just said, would you buy us a drink in a bar? Because if my drink's $8 and your drink is $8 and you leave a $3 tip, guess what? That's $19. So for every month, you get all of these benefits for $19, and there's no contract. Meaning, guess what? You can quit anytime you want, but here's the promise: you never will. Folks, we have people on this call right now that are part of C4 that just can't get enough of it. It's an amazing program. It's the new community, and for the cost of a drink at a bar or lunch, you get all of this every single month. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. So let me kind of show you. Now, here's how it works. After you sign up, you get an email from us, and about 2 weeks later, you'll actually get, 1 week later, you'll get the C4 welcome reception packet. You'll actually get this in the mail, right? And in that, you'll have all the descriptions of all the programs, as well as all your mentoring and all the people that are going to be helping you achieve real estate success. It's unbelievable. And again, $19 a month. Then after that happens, each month you'll get a text on your phone from a dedicated phone line that's coming straight from us on when the C4 programs, the C4 sessions will be. Okay, so C4 tomorrow, great. Legends on Tuesday. It's Carol. I'll make it. Sweet. Okay. On top of that, you'll get emails in case for those any of you who actually read your emails, which most of you don't. Okay, emails every month letting you know about when they are, as well as every once in a while you're going to be getting phone calls from us. Pick it up. It's a referral because you're going to be getting referrals. So here's how it works. Now, this right here is that spreadsheet I showed you. You want that? Of course you do. You want that video I showed you on how to just decimate the iBuyers? Of course you do. You want the crush sheets? Of course you do. You want the other 112 techniques? Do you want to guarantee that you'll be successful in real estate in the future? This is the program, and it costs next to nothing. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. Okay, Career Compass has what? Has its seminar, and you can join that if you want. We also has our greatest hits. I can describe that to you. But the most important thing that you can do is the C4 program, and it's $19 a month. So let me go ahead and go over all three of our products so you guys know exactly how it works. The most important one is this right here. Guys, $19 a month. There is no downside to this. Okay, it's $19. You can quit anytime you want, but you never will because you'll love it. Okay, so there's no contract that you're locked into. So you got to spend 10 grand every year. Nothing like that. $19, folks. There's no risk whatsoever. So that's the most important one. Please get into C4. This is the future of your business. Number two, we have our ticket, our lifetime ticket to our live events. We're going to be doing our live events in Reno, Nevada, as well as Tahoe, Nevada, as well as Las Vegas, Nevada this year. Now, a lifetime ticket means you pay once and you never pay again to our live seminars, okay, which means you can come to all of them for free for life. Is $195. But if you're joining C4, which every agent should do, you can actually add a membership to the live seminars for just $99. Unbelievable. Okay. Also, we have our greatest hits product. Now, what is our greatest hits product? Okay. It's 112 different tools and techniques. Okay. There they are. Okay. And it also has what? The body language DVD. Body language just for realtors. That's amazing. And the whole program comes on 3 formats. All 3 you get. It comes on disc. If you're an old guy like me, it also comes on a drive right there. That's an actual drive. It's an actual flash drive right there. And it also comes via download. So you have discs, flash drive, and downloads of all the tools and techniques. That's what the greatest hits. Now the greatest hits is $295, but if you're joining C4, again, every agent should at minimum join C4. You get $50 off. It's an amazing thing. I want to show you something. Ready for this? The average coaching program is $500 to $1,000. Okay, for 1 month. For 1 month. All 3 of our programs combined, all 3 of them combined, is less expensive than 1 month of crappy coaching. If you've ever been in coaching, I'll make you a promise and a guarantee. You will get more deals, more transactions, more sides from our $19 a month program than any coaching program out there. I don't care what it costs, and we will guarantee it and prove it. And all the other coaches out there know this. Nobody wants to compete with us. We are the #1 company in the state of California. Our tools and techniques can beat anybody, and we've been doing it for 12 years. Why do you think why do you think Car and NAR can't stand us? Because we are doing their job for them. We teach you things that you will not learn anywhere else, and we'll guarantee that. So once again, 3 things you can buy. Now, do you have to buy all 3? No. Can you buy just 1? Of course. Can you buy 2? Of course. They all work together, but they all work independently. So get into C4. That's the monthly $19 a month. No contract. Quit anytime you want. There's no downside. It will blow your mind with how good it is. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of agents in this program right here. We have tens of thousands of agents who come to our seminar who've been doing it for 12 years. It's amazing. People are amazed by what they get from us, and you will be too. We guarantee it and promise it. And what's your risk? What's your investment? $19. Not $1,900, $19. If that is too much to guarantee your success in real estate, folks, you're not in this business in the first place. Zillow is about to put us all out of business. Don't be part of that. We will guarantee that you are part of the realtors who survive and succeed. That's exactly our mission. That's exactly our purpose. And it's exactly what we're going to do. Okay. So that's the $19. Now, if you want to come to our live events, and I want you to, please come. You can get a lifetime ticket. Pay for it once, come back for free for life. You can come to any seminar you want for $99. That's insane. That's crazy money. Okay. So join C4, buy a lifetime ticket, and if you really want to get aggressive, buy the greatest hits, or you can buy those later. You can buy 1 of them, you can buy all 3 of them, you can buy 2 of them, anything you want. All right, so here's what you're going to do. Here's what you're going to do, okay? Now, let me ask you a question. Ready? You can't really read this. This is one of my favorite quotes of all time. Ready? A loser says, how much does it cost? A winner says, how much will it make me? Warren Buffett. So here's what I want to do. Let me ask you this. If I could show you numerically, once again, that this program is guaranteed to put money in your pocket, meaning there is no ability, there is no chance whatsoever, okay? There's no chance that you would lose money ever, meaning either you make money or you would you do it? So in other words, if you could go to Vegas and you either get your bet back, you win. Would do that. And I can prove it. Ready? So if you say yes, one additional thing. Right? If you got one close, it actually pays for itself 8 over. One additional closing will pay for the C4 program 800 times. And if you only get one additional closing from our training, we have failed you and we will refund every money. Every single dime of your money will refund it. So there's no way you can lose. So think about this. One additional closing, just one. And I'm not going to get you one additional closing. I'm going to get you 100 a year more closings. One close pays for this program 800 times. That's 66 months. Sorry, that's 66 years of C4. One close, one transaction pays for this for 66 years. You see what I'm seeing here? There's no way for you to lose money on this. No way. You either make money or you won't be part of the program. There's no other way. So if you are on this call and you are planning on being in real estate, that's the program for you, C4 guys. And please come to our lifetime. Please buy the greatest hits if you want that. So check that out. That's amazing. Here's what you do. You go to thecareercompass.com or if you want to, okay, if you're still on this call, please open the chat box that's on this call right here today. Okay, please open the chat box. Okay, it's right here. It's right here. So open your chat box. There's a link right in there. There's a link where you can just click and go right to the C4 program, and you can sign up. You can learn more about it. You can watch a video. You can do all this kind of great stuff. So there's a link in the chat box right here. Okay, please open that up and click the link and go to the C4. Guys, it's 19 bucks. It's the greatest deal in the history of real estate by far, and there's no contract. There's no downside, and the upside is not just success, it's your very career. All right, so while you're doing that, while you're clicking the link in the chat box on this call, I'm going to go ahead and open it up to questions if anybody has any. Go ahead. Anybody have a question? Anybody? Question, comments? All right, let me go to the chat box here. I have to probably type them in. All right. Questions, comments, concerns. Where's my chat box? This is how good I am at Zoom. It's terrible. All right. Let's see. Chat box. Anybody have a question? Yes. Let's see here. Chats. There we go. There we go. All right. Tracy joins C4. Thank you, Kathy, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. How do I get your listing listed on Listing Booster? Okay. Once you join C4, you will get a complete Listing Booster account. This is not an amended one. This is a complete Listing Booster account that many agents pay hundreds of dollars every month to have. You're going to get one. Okay. Right on listingbooster.com, they're going to show you step by step exactly how to put your listings on Listing Booster so it gets on TV. It gets them internet ready. It's an amazing program. We walk you through it. It's very, very simple. And on top of that, all of our training is recorded. So you can go right to the Listing Booster recording version right on our website and go through it. But they will help you in person live right at listingbooster.com. It's an amazing program. It's very simple. All you do is input your listings. They go on television. You'll get referrals from that. It's an amazing program. So there's one question. Okay. So don't worry about that. It's just listingbooster.com. And you'll have a complete account. You don't pay for it. Okay, 19 bucks a month. You a complete Listing Booster account. That's amazing. All right. Any other questions? I'm gonna go ahead and have Donna, our tremendous admin lady, unmute herself and ask any questions.
Okay. Can you, Beef? Can you explain that the difference that C4 membership is above and beyond a regular lifetime membership? That it's not included in a regular membership.
Okay, many of you are have paid one time, okay, years ago or this year or last year, whatever, to be part of Career Compass's live seminars. And again, we're going to do about 6 live seminars in Nevada this year because of COVID. Next year, we'll be doing one every single month in the state of California, okay? So if you bought a lifetime membership, which is a one-time cost, which many of you have, you get to go to any live seminar you want, anytime you want, for free, for life. Open bar, networking, great training, lots of fun, 2.5-day party. It's amazing. So if you have a lifetime membership, you are now part of that. Now, in addition to that, we have the C4 program. That is the monthly mentoring and learning with legends, along with all the other benefits that I've talked about. So those 10 benefits that I talked about, 10 to 11 benefits, okay, and growing all the time, that is what you get for the $19 a month. So if you are a Career Compass member, please, this is how the C4 membership is how you move all that great training into your daily life. That's how you do it. Okay, it's that mentoring to move it into your daily life on a daily basis, so you can bring this content to your customers. So you paid one time for the lifetime membership. Now, what you need to do is invest a whole whopping 19 bucks to make sure that you are part of the future. Because now we've never had a coaching / mentoring program. We now have that. So if you are a Career Compass member, just like Tony and Marilyn and everybody else like that, please join C4 for a whopping 19 bucks. Again, no contract, okay, to ensure your success and still come to the seminars. So in my opinion, and again, I'm right, with a lifetime membership, the C4 program, you cannot lose. You cannot lose, folks. Okay? We are at the mercy of Zillow. So they are 2 separate things, but you need them both 100%. And what's your risk? Nothing. 19 bucks. If you hate it, you're out, but you'll love it. And we promise that.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
Yeah, we have a question. Do regular non-C4 members have access to the 7% technique and the lawyer letter? The lawyer letter is in the member toolbox. Explain the 7% technique.
Okay. Now, the lawyer letter is in the regular member toolbox. Okay. The 7% technique we teach at the seminar live. Okay, at the live seminar. So please come to the seminar, and we also teach it on the C4 program. Okay. So if you want the 7% technique, which you absolutely must have, then please come to use your membership to come to one of our live programs, or join C4, and we're going to be teaching that on a regular basis. And you can back up your learning with a recording of us teaching the 7% technique over and over again. So yes, yes, and yes. You will get taught the 7% technique till you absolutely know it like the back of your hand. And by the way, when you know the 7% technique as well as people like Tony, okay, and other people know it, you will beat every other realtor you ever compete against, and you will decimate the iBuyers. So if you want the 7% technique, and every single person should learn that like they know it so they can do it in your sleep, one of two ways: either be part of C4 and we will teach it to you coming and going over and over and over again, or come to our live seminar and we'll be teaching it there in detail. So there's your two programs. Or if you want to buy the greatest hits, you'll have it there and you can watch it over and over and over and over and over again. So there's three ways to get that. Okay. In my opinion, the best way is to get into the C4 program and learn it, love it, know it. Look, listen, kneel, pray. So yes, two ways to get that. Well, three ways to get that. You get it in any of our programs.
And Julie, the C4 is the concierge program. C4 stands for Career Compass Concierge Program, or Concierge Connection. So C4
yes, there's 4 C's. We call it C4, okay, Career Compass Concierge Connection. 4 C's, C4.
Also, if you have the greatest hits and you need to have an update or anything, just email support at The Career Compass, and we'll get you your, all of our greatest hits updates are online. So we just need to get you set up on your greatest hits owner's website, and we'll get you squared away.
Okay, Kat just asked a question. So she says, okay, so join C4 for 19 bucks. And when you join C4, okay, and get that monthly amazing benefits, you can get a lifetime membership at the Career Compass for $99. That is 100% correct. So yes, Kat, yes, yes, and yes. Okay, so I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's so silly. I mean, it's guys, this is, as I put it, chicken caca money. There's nothing there. It's so inexpensive compared to what you get. Here's my promise to you: our coaching, training, mentoring, our success seminar will be the best you've ever been to by far, or your money back. Guys, we're #1 for a reason. We have the highest value of any program in the history of California ever. We have the highest customer satisfaction rating ever in real estate seminars. It's amazing. There's a reason for that, because what we give is so awesome compared to what we charge for. It's a joke. People regularly say, wow, I don't know how you do this, but we've been doing it for 12 years, and we're going to do it for the next 112 years. So get part of, guys, this is the future of real estate. This is it right here. Car and NAR is not the future. Mark my words.
Welcome Ike Barkarsi to C4.
Ike Barkarsi! God, I love that guy.
Hey, can I tune in very, very quickly? I just had a training with Bubba Mills. I know you know him. And he's my go-to trainer #1 now at Coldwell Banker. And he's assembling for me an REO short sale event for Aria, North Los Angeles. I want you to be in the mix, please, Beef. And I'm hoping to get a delegation if you still have room for Las Vegas, April 20 to the 22nd. Clarita is excited to see you again. Is that a possibility? How many seats can we reserve?
Yes.
Go online. What it is Ike, everybody has to RSVP individually because of COVID restrictions. We have to have their name and everything. So I'll shoot you the link right now. Just have everybody RSVP that thinks they're going to attend.
And I want to say a word. I just said that to my staff, to my agents at Coldwell Banker today. There is not one person, one group of trainers out there doing what Beef is doing with Career Compass. They've sold out our livelihood, professional livelihood in this real estate business. And I'm talking about NAR, CAR, SRAR, everybody. Because now Zillow and all the other portals out there are members of our association, and guess what? They are stealing your business away. And I've proven that. I opted to go inside for Opcity. The commissions being offered, they're as low as $0 or $100 or $500. And here is Beef trying to help us get a 7% with value commission. And so that is our point of discussions right now. Thank you, Beef, for protecting our livelihood. That's
Thank
all I'm
you,
gonna say.
Ike. And guys, that's Ike Barcarse, and he's one of the best managers in all of real estate. He's from Coldwell Banker, Greater Valleys, and he's a fantastic guy. If you don't know Ike, everybody, then type in the thing, say hello to Ike, get his information. Great, great guy. And yes, Ike, please come to the seminar. Please bring all of your agents. In fact, Ike, when you get to the seminar, I'm going to bring you up on stage. Okay, buddy?
Oh
Bring
my
you up on
gosh,
stage
you're
and say
scaring
a few
me,
words.
Beef. Oh, by the way, we've changed our name from Coldwell Banker Greater Valleys to now Coldwell Banker Exclusive, because
Okay.
we're going through the ranks.
Coldwell Banker Exclusive. Okay, look it up, folks. Coldwell Banker Exclusive. All right. I can't wait to see you, buddy. Please
Okay.
come to the seminar. I haven't seen you in a whole year. I miss you. Please come to the seminar. We'll have a great time. Please
I
come.
will make sure to have pancit and some strawberries for you. Thank you. Pancit.
Love it. Love
Hey,
it, man. I
all
tell you, one thing about Coldwell Banker, when I go to Ike's office, I get fed so well. He puts the weight on me. I love it. It's fantastic.
Thank
There's
you.
a
All right,
great,
awesome. Any other? Okay, so I
there's a great
can't
thing
wait to
from
see you, buddy.
Veronica. So
Any other questions?
read the thing from Veronica in the chat. Do you see the last chat thing from Veronica?
I don't see it. Can you read it to me?
Okay, it's a long one. Ready? We should stop giving Zillow so much credit. We should stop saying Zillow is taking over our market. Let's say we real estate agents are taking over Zillow. Agents should be more proactive in talking to people, educating people regarding the do's and don'ts, meaning the don'ts of Zillow. Also, I'm sure, Wellington, that Zillow has watched your content. I'm sure they are onto you. Keep up the good work, Wellington. Fight for us real estate agents and brokers. You are doing better than our associations who started this mess by selling us out for the almighty dollar. Thanks again from Vanessa.
Woohoo, Vanessa.
Veronica,
Thank you.
sorry,
I
Veronica,
love that.
Veronica.
Veronica.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to retire now. That's the pinnacle of my
No.
career right there.
No, don't retire, please. Nobody can talk like you.
Veronica,
thank
love you. You are so correct. That is the most accurate statement I've ever heard ever. Right there. Love you. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I feel so warm now. I feel so warm inside.
We don't talk about that mixed company.
I feel so good right now. I need a cigarette or something. It's amazing. Wonderful. That just made me go blah, 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 blah. There you go. That's me right now. Okay. Love it. Thank you so much, Veronica. Appreciate that. All right. Any other guys? Are you not convinced yet? If you are not part of C4 at minimum, okay, so if you're not part of C4 for $19, listen to what people are saying. This is exactly what's happening on our coaching calls, on our monthly sessions. People are like, this is amazing stuff. Guys, for $19, you can't beat it. This is the future of real estate. 100% correct, folks. If this doesn't convince you, nothing is going to. This is the future. Please be part of the future. Any last questions before we sign off? Because we're at an hour and 45 minutes. See, this is how it goes, folks. People love the content so much, it always goes long.
Give a shout out to our new members. There's Donna, there is Janice, there is, I think, Veronica, there's Julie. Like, thank you guys so much. We are so happy that you're joining this, and our commitment is to change the industry for you guys.
And we're gonna. One way or another, mark my words, we will never stop. This company will, and I want you to hear this, Car and NAR and Zillow, we will never stop until we have brought the industry back to the people who built it, and that's these realtors. Career Compass will never stop. We will never end. We will never, ever stop bringing great content to these realtors so they can do the right thing for customers, because we are this industry. This industry belongs to us, and we're going to do it. I want everybody to hear that. That is my commitment to you. This is what we're doing, and this is where we're going.
Hi, Jerry.
Awesome,
How are
folks.
you?
Love you. Please sign up for C4. It cannot be a better program for you. It costs next to nothing. This is the future. I want to thank everybody for being on here. Ike and Veronica and everybody. I love you guys. It's fantastic.
Thank you,
I can't wait to see you. Please come to our live seminars. Please join C4. Please be part of the future. All right, folks. I'm going to leave this up for you. Okay, you go right to thecareercompass.com or just click the link. Thank you again for everybody. Good luck, good selling, and I will see you soon. Thanks very much, folks.
Thanks, Beef. Thanks, Donna.
Thank you, guys. Nancy, I will take a look, and you can shoot us an email at support@thecareercompass.com. RL Morgan, we are fielding phone calls right now as quickly as our staff can, so please be patient with us. If you sent an email or left a message, we will get back to you as quickly as we can. Thank you all for attending. We really, really appreciate it. If you guys need anything, our email is support, SUPPORT, @thecareercompass, and I'll put it here in the chat box too, support@thecareercompass.com. If you have any questions about your membership, both the C4 or your general membership, feel free to give us an email. If you need to RSVP for a seminar, go to thecareercompass.com under our seminar tab. You'll see all of our options are listed there with dates and everything. And we hope to see you guys at an event soon. Thank you all for attending.